This conference will now be recorded.
So let us log into our account. Today we'll talk about creating a custom app and understanding the standard app, why we need to go with the custom app. And then we'll talk about the other concepts if time is there. So when RD, let's say we are customer means here we are talking about the company called RD, right? So when this company brought the sales, when the company brought the software, means when they brought a Salesforce access from Salesforce, like they brought Sales and Service Cloud, right? So when they brought by default, okay, so they got the sales application here, okay, so which can help them to manage their sales process. And our Salesforce also says that it's not like that since I given a standard application for you, which manage the standard sales process. If you are not interested to use this standard sales app, what you can do, you can also go ahead. Okay, no issues, no issues. We can carry on. No issues. so, so Salesforce says that okay, Salesforce has given an option. Sales means has given an option. We have an option. The customer can go with the standard functional standard app which has been given by Salesforce. In the standard app itself, whatever the standard object that he want, he can use. And if he need any custom object also, he can add. Means basically the standard app can be customized. The standard app, whatever the standard app that he got, this standard app can be customized, or else go ahead and create a custom app as your wish. Okay. So it's all about depends upon how you are looking, whether you want to go with the standard app or else create a custom app. Okay, or else create a custom app. So but we'll go with the custom app. So why I'm going with the custom app means to understand how we can create a custom app. There is no any other logic. Okay, so to understand how to create a custom object, so that's why I'm going with a custom app. And one more thing guys, the app related activity, whatever the app related that activity that we do, okay, it's all depends upon, it's only, we can only do the app related activity if the project is there in the standard. Means we'll be having two kind of projects, one is the standard, one second. So remember the app related activity, whatever the app related activity that we do, okay, so whether you want to create a custom app, only we can create the custom app if it's a project is in a implementation stage. So we'll be having in a software, okay, if you take any software, if you take any software, not only SAP, Java, .NET, any kind of software, if a company started using, so there will be two kind of things. Okay, so one is in a support, another one is an implementation. Okay, so the company, if they are started using from the day one, means they don't know, they are not using any software, they just started using this software Salesforce, or else not only Salesforce, the company are using other softwares, but they started using Salesforce first time. Okay, it means that if a company started using any kind of software, means that is an implementation project. Means from the day one they are using, means this is a day one, they're starting using Salesforce, they're starting using this software, not only Salesforce, the software. Support project means already the company is using that software, okay, and you got appointed as a support person, means you are going to be support that application. So if you take any IT projects, you'll be having two kind of projects only. One is in a support, another one is in a implementation. So some people say that body shopping and other names, everything is, see, already the application is running and you are supporting them. Whether you are adding some new features or whatever it may be, or you are supporting, it's kind of anything. Only we have two kind of projects in real time. One is in a support, another one is an implementation. So what I mean to say, whenever we do whenever we means creating a custom app, it only comes under the it only comes under the implementation. Okay, so I cannot say on and suddenly the customer say, let's build a custom app. No, it will not happen. It happens in the day one itself. Okay, we can go for any sort of changes in the app, whatever the app that we created. We can add in a home page, we can add a record pages, we can add a lightning pages we can add, and any kind of changes that we can do to our app on the navigation bar, whatever things that we want, that can be done anytime. That's called a already app is there, you are just trying to add something and you are just trying to remove something. Okay, so the creation will done only one time. Okay, please note. Now, as I mentioned, Salesforce already given the standard sales app, which can support for the business sales process. But now this customer don't want to use this standard sales app. Why? Because we have an option, right? We have an option. I'll show in both the ways how we can create a custom app. And on the standard app, what are the options that you can edit and what are the options that you can edit means whatever options that you can remove and whatever options that you can add. How we can edit the app, what are the options that you can do in the app while editing, we'll also see in both the ways. Okay, so first we'll go ahead and create a custom app. So from where I can create, remember, I'll just use this word. Okay, we should not use, but I'm using this. There is a thumb rule. Okay, so we have something, right? When you are studying in beginning, okay, so we used to do a lot of mug, right? So I'll tell you that use this habit. So whenever you want to do any kind of admin activity, just go to setup. Okay, so if you want to do any admin activity, you have to go to setup. So where is the setup? The setup is available on the top right corner. There is a small wheel icon, just click on that. You will get a setup option, click on that. Remember, can I open more than one setup? We might have this question, right? Maybe we may not ask. We might have a question internally saying that, sir, can I open multiple setups at a time? Yes, of course, you can open multiple setups, n number of setups. Setup, okay. Click on setup. It says setup. You can open multiple windows. You can open. But if you ask me, maybe more than one or two is enough, right? If you ask more than one, if you open more than 10, you will get confused what you are doing in which window. Okay, so now I just open the setup. I just came to the setup. So from setup, if I want to perform an app related activity, so we should go to under platforms. There is an option called apps. Expand this and then click on app manager. Let's say if you don't know this navigation, right? We don't know this navigation. I don't want to remember the navigation. Why? Because Salesforce has given an option saying that if you don't know navigation, what you can do, just go to the quick find box. There is an option called quick find box here, right? Just click here on the quick find box. Just type app. Okay, app. Just click on app manager. So whatever you are looking, you can type the keywords. That's what I mean to say. Okay. Now I just came to the app manager. If you see here, it says set up a lightning experience app manager. By just clicking new lightning app, you can create an app. So this connected app we'll talk later. Just now, as of now, don't focus here. See, I'll talk whatever we need initially. So don't focus on everything so that we'll get confused. So let's go in a phase so that we'll start and we will understanding the system, we'll understand the product. Once we understand, then we can go into the next level. So in the day one, if you are going in the next level means you will not remember anything. So first have an habitual to understand the basic things, then you can extend your knowledge. Okay, so now you see here 19 items means app name. Whatever you see the app name, it will be visible to the user on the navigation bar. So I'll tell you in my training. So I'll follow this. I'll open two windows. One window is the setup. From setup, I do the admin activity to make sure whatever I did, whether it is coming or not. What I'll do, I'll go back to the end user screen. This I'll call it as end user screen. Of course, in the real time, the end user screen look like this only. Okay. So whatever I did here to make sure whether it is coming properly or not, I'll just come back here and I'll test. Okay. So don't get confused. So whenever you see in the setup means we are doing an admin activity, and whatever we did, if we want to test, I'll be using this screen. Okay. Now I am saying that there is an app name, right? So whatever app name that you see, it will be visible to the user on the navigation bar. So this is a navigation bar. On the navigation bar beside the app launcher, whatever you see, that is an app name. Okay. So here the app name was sales, right? And a developer name means it will be used in the API. So we don't bother about here. Means when your developer writes some program, he want to call this app outside. Maybe he want to in other application he want to call. So he can refer through APIs. Okay. So description. What exactly is this? Why you created this app? You can write a description. If you are not interested to write also, that's fine. No one is stopping here. It's not a mandatory. And as I mentioned, in Salesforce, we have a two platforms, right? We have a classic as well as Lightning. Whatever the apps that Salesforce has given, we can access by default on classic as well as Lightning. The standard apps, remember the standard apps, whatever Salesforce has given to us, we can access our classic as well as a Lightning environment. Okay. Now, whatever the custom app that we are going to be create, if you created an classic, you can only access through classic. If you created on Lightning, you can only access through Lightning. Okay. If you want, you can test. You just create and test. Now I'll just create an app from here so that I'll be able to access from the Lightning environment. So that's what where is your app is located. Now, whatever the app that we see here, these standard apps can be edit anytime. If you select this drop down, you have an option to edit. Means the standard app can be edit anytime. Remember, we cannot delete the standard app. Can we delete standard app? If in interview they ask, no, we cannot delete. Only we can edit. Next. Now, how to create an app? There is a button called New Lightning App. Just click on that. It open a wizard. Just follow the wizard. We are able to create the app. And one more thing, the custom app, whatever we are going to be create, it can be edit. It can be delete anytime. Okay. So if I delete anything I lost, nothing will you lost. All the objects, everything will be available. Don't worry. So now I'll just create an app. It says it has a wizard. See, it has a couple of steps. Each step we have to give the inputs. Then finally, if I click save, the platform will be taken care creating an app. Okay. So don't bother about in the backend what exactly is happening. So because we don't have any access in the backend, how the product works, but we have a front end access, nothing but an admin. So just follow the steps and click save in the last, then app will get created. Now in the app, in the first option, it's asking an app name. What is your app name? Okay. So whatever name that I provide here, it will be visible to the user on the navigation bar. Okay. So I'll give the app name. I'll give the app name called RD Sales App. So you might have wondering how Shubhani got something below here. When he click here, he's getting something. Guys, if you written previously something, okay, it will come from the cache. So by default, it shows. If you want to write again, you can write. Okay. I'll just say sales RD Sales App. Whatever name that you want to keep, you can keep. Okay, so whatever name that I provide in the app name, it will be visible to the user on the navigation bar. Okay. Next, see, without clicking anything, the developer name came automatically, but the developer name got occupied with an underscore, right? It says RD underscore sales underscore app. Can I change this name? Yes, of course, you can change. If you want, you can remove the name, whatever name that you want to keep, you can keep. As I mentioned, a developer name can be used by the API's manager package. This name must be unique across the apps. Next, You can write a description about this app or why you are creating. I'll say this is an an sales app for RD. Next, we can upload an image for here. Image means, see, this one. You can change this one. If you are not uploaded anything, it shows by default whatever it is there. So generally the client will give us, or else what, since I don't have anything here, what I did, I just downloaded some pictures, some small pictures, those I'll upload here. It should be in very small size, not 100 MB, 200 MB, 5 MB, not in MBs. It should be in KBs. Okay. Now I added the image here. Then this is nothing but primary color hexa value, means nothing but the navigation color. If they want that color, you can change, or else let it be default, it will be blue color. If you want to change, select this drop down. Okay, so we are not a color experts, you cannot remember the numbers. If they give an RGB number, you just enter the number, or else just drag and drop. So whichever color you prefer, select, done. Okay, and then click next. This portion is important. A navigation style and supported form factors. Navigation style means, remember, in Salesforce we have two type of navigations. One is a standard navigation, another one is a console navigation. What exactly standard, what exactly is console? Let's understand first before we create. So whatever you see, the app name and all the tabs you can see in a straight line, right, on the navigation bar. This is a standard navigation, and you can open only one record at a time. If you go to all opportunities, okay, see, if you want to open a record, only one record you can open at a time. If you want to open another record, what you have to do, you have to go back and click on other record, then only other record will open. But whereas in console navigation, let's say just go to the app launcher, we have console also by default here. Just click on console. So see, all the apps you can see in a drop down manner, right? All the tables you can see in a drop down manner, correct? And if you select any of the table, any of the object, when you select all accounts, see, it shows me the list of records, and when I click the record, multiple records are getting opened at the same time. Multiple records, right? Multiple records. Perfect, right? So if a customer like to have this view, they say that, hey, I want to have this view. I want to open multiple records at the same window. I want to see multiple records in the same window. In that case, you can go with the console navigation. Okay. But if you don't want to go with the console navigation, you want to see all the tabs in a single line and only one record you want to open at a time, you can go with the standard navigation. And one more thing, and very, very important, whenever you created an app, after completion of the after creating an app, can I edit? I cannot change these two options. Other options I can change, but once you created an app with any of this style, you cannot change, you cannot revert back to again. Let's say you created with a standard and suddenly your customer says that, hey, we don't want standard, can you come back to console? No, we cannot do it. Make sure you have a proper conversation before you start which style that you want. Okay, so I'll go with the standard. Then support form factors. Yes, Salesforce can be accessed from desktop as well as phone, means this app can be supported on both. I'll tell you how we can access Salesforce from phone also after this. Then you want to use full setup? Yes, click next. Next, at least add one tab, nothing but one object at the time of creating an app. At least one add. Remaining, if you want to add, you can add. Next, and this portion talks about, remember, not only this, in Salesforce, whatever we create, if a user want to have an access, means I have to assign to the user profile. Every user will have a profile in Salesforce. If you want to give an access, we will give an access through the profile. Now what I do, okay, so since I don't have any user, right, correct, I don't have any user, so whatever the user that we log in, let's see what is the user that we log in here. We log in the user called Jan@rd.com, right? So let's see what profile that user has. You might have thinking, hey, I am an admin, I can access anything. You can access anything from the setup, not from the app launcher. Okay, just go to the user. Let's see, let's cross verify. I just go to the user, right? So this user only we log in, right? If you click on the hoodie icon on the top right corner, Jan, right? So it user has a profile called system administrator, right? So now it's asking who can have an access to this app. Choose the user profile. Choose the user profile that can access this app. If you have not selected anything, that see if you let's add the system administrator. You can see the system administrator profile very bottom, in the very bottom, right? So just select add, it got added. If you want to add more, you can add not only one. Then save and finish. Now the app got created. Now go back to the app launcher. Just click on app launcher, view all. I got an RD app, right? Click here. See, this how we can create an app. Okay, clear? Any questions till now?
No, sir.
Others?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's go ahead and see what are the options that we can edit in the app once you create it. So now I'll just scroll down. So I see my app RD sales app here in the list of app manager, and it's built on Lightning app. And if you want to test, just go to the, I'll not create an app on classic. Okay, just go to the switch to classic. Let's see from the classic environment, will you be able to access the RD app? Select this drop down. You can select from here. Select from drop down. Will I see the RD app here? No, right? I'm not able to see. Correct? No, only sales and service is available. So whatever app that we created on classic Lightning platform. Okay, so just go to the setup, go to the app manager. Just go to the app manager, click on app manager. Select this drop down, edit. Let's see what are the options that we can edit. So if you go to the app details and branding, see, I can change the app name if I want. I can change the app name. It's available. I can change the developer name. I can change the description. I can remove logo. Just clear. The logo got removed. Then save. And I can change the navigation color, right? And if you go to the app options, as I mentioned, you cannot change the navigation style. You cannot change the navigation style. The support form factors, yes, of course, you can change these options. Okay, I'll not save, just cancel. And if you go to the navigation items, if you want to add any other object here, just select the object, any of the object, nothing but tab, just add and then save. Next, go to the user profile. From here, if you want to add any other profile, you can select the profile and you can add and then save. It means that only in the app options, I cannot change the navigation style. The rest of the options, I can change, right? Now, just go back to setup, back. So let's go back to the app launcher here. Click on app launcher, view all. Let's say you want to see the app on the top. What you can do, select your app, scroll down, move up, select and move up, select and move up. Click on. See, now the logo got removed, right? Just refresh. Logo got removed and added campaign also came, right? Now this is how we can edit the app. Now let's say I don't want this app. Can I drop? Yes, you can. Let's see, objects are not related to app. You can add whatever objects that you created to any of the app. Later we'll discuss that object part. If you just come back, refresh here, since you deleted the app, it got deleted. Okay, I'll show you how to create an app on with a console navigation. So let's create. Then we'll finalize the standard one only. I'll show you how to create. I'm just going with both the ways. How the classic and how the whatever it called the standard and console navigation both look like. Okay. We should aware of everything. That's why I'm doing. Then next, go with a console navigation type. Next, next, select any of the tab. I'll add and one more so that we can see in a drop down. Now it's asking you want to go with a sub tab or a workspace tab. Let it be default. Click next. Next, add the system administrator, add, and then save. So now go back to the app launcher. Just refresh. Why we do refresh means to see the recent changes. There is no other meaning. There is no other logic also. Right? Go here, click on the app. Now see, I see everything in a drop down now, right? Correct? Just click on campaign, for example. If I see the records, I can open the records in a multiple. Correct? Okay. So this how we can create both the ways. You want to go with a console or standard navigation, console navigation, whichever you want, you can create. Okay. So we don't want console, but we'll not use the console. We'll go with the standard only. Let's drop this and we'll fix our we'll create our app with the standard navigation. Okay. Just delete it. Just create one more time. It's a fraction of seconds, right? So it will not take much time. So I'll say the app name is. I hope now everyone is clear how to create an app. We created multiple times. I'll just give a description. I'll say this is an sales app for RD. Select a navigation, select the navigation color, whichever you want. Next, next, next. At least add one tab. Next, and then next. Add at least one profile. Select the profile. Add, and then save and finish. Okay. So this is how we can create an app. Next, any questions on app creation till now? Then we'll go into the other thing.
No, sir. I have one query. Sir, when you say console and standard, are you referring lightning as a different word? Just to put it down in my notes.
No. Everywhere. Okay. So you can Lightning is a different one. So Lightning platform. You can create the app on a Lightning platform on a console. See, this is a standard view, and we have another view called console. It can be accessed through Classic. Sorry, it can be accessed through Lightning.
Yes. Yes, but I was just figuring out, are we, Lightning is only called Lightning. It's not called anything else, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I'll be referring through notes, but I just wanted to clarify.
No issues. Lightning, there is no separate word. There is no separate thing. Also, Lightning is it's a platform.
Okay. Yeah, I have created it in Lightning only.
Okay,
so
fine.
Is there a preference that any company uses? Are they more switching to Lightning, and
they will use anyone. They will not use both. Either they will use the complete application through the Lightning environment. See, so this is how the Lightning look like. Okay, if you want to see the classic, you can go to the classic. So either you can operate your complete day-to-day activity through classic, or else go with the Lightning. So we will not. I have not seen a customer who is operating both. No, they will go with any of the thing. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But for the new customers, for the new customers who are started implementing Salesforce, for them Salesforce are directly suggesting Lightning. They are not saying go with Classic because they want to stop the support.
For the classic, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Now, so Salesforce can be accessed in two ways. The user can access the Salesforce application in two ways. One is through laptop or from his computer, or another way is from the smartphone. Okay. So if you want to use if the user want to use a Salesforce application from his laptop or from his computer, means he should have an internet connectivity and any browser. We are accessing through browser only, right? We just open a browser, then use a login.salesforce.com, then give the user ID and password, and then we are able to work here, right? So let's say I'm a user. I don't have any laptop right now, but I'm in travel. I want to access my Salesforce data because I'm a sales guy. Okay, I'm a sales guy. So I'll roam every time here and there. I'm not carrying today. I'm not carrying my laptop. So is there any way so that I can log into through my smartphone? Yes, of course, you can log in from smartphone. What you have to do? Just go to the Play Store. You have a Play Store, right? On Android phone or as well as on your iPhone. So there is an app called Salesforce. Salesforce. This is. So user can access their data from smartphone also. What they have to do, they have to install this. Okay, and the screens are going to be look like this. Okay, app launcher, menu, okay, anything. So it's going to be look like this on their smartphone. Okay, so we have to do some authentications. That also we'll talk. Not now, we'll talk later. So means a Salesforce can be accessed from smartphone as well as from the browser. Okay, next. How about admin? Do we have anything for an admin? Yes. What is that? Can I use the same thing? No. There is an option called Salesforce A. Salesforce A for admins. You see these buttons. Okay. I'm not sure what I should put this. Okay. So you have to install. So what kind of activity? User related activity you can see. Okay. You can unlock the user, lock the user, froze the user. Okay. All the user related activities. You can reset the password, freeze, deactivate. All the user related activities majorly you can perform. And you can go to the trust.salesforce.com and you can see the server status. Okay. What other thing? Admin news events, trailer, sales boosters, release notes. Means basically admin also can access the Salesforce from smartphone. So generally Salesforce A is for an admin. Admin superheroes. We dedicate this app to you. Okay, it's you to utilize better for essential user management. User management, you can only use for user management. Use your mobile superpower to unlock the user and reset the passwords, freeze the users. Also, you can view a mobile friendly version of the Salesforce release notes. See current trust maintenance information. Means they're asking you to check the latest one. Okay, it means majorly as an admin, you can perform the user related activities on emergency case. Maybe you are in travel and you don't have an access to your smart laptop. So what you can do, you can have a secondary option on your phone. You can install this and users have given their feedback how that look like. Okay, the size is 8.7 MB. Total installs, this many installations has been done. The current version is this, and the required Android 4.4 and up version, Android version. Okay, then rated 3 plus. Permissions view all, and if you want to see view permissions, tasking, you can make a calls also, device app history. Okay, just read this. Is giving by Salesforce company itself. Okay. Recent update was on November 12th, 2014. So very late. So Salesforce A for the admins and only Salesforce for the only Salesforce for the end users. So you have a very lot of difference in the app. See, you see the dotted lines for the admin. This is for the developers. Sorry, for the end users. Okay. So this is how the Salesforce can access from smartphone as well as from the laptops also through browser. Okay. If you are using system, you have to use any browser. Any browser will support. Okay. Next, I will talk about next data modeling. Nothing but what kind of objects that we want to use in this app, and what kind of what kind of standard objects that you want to use, and what kind of custom objects that you want to use. Okay, so that we'll talk in the data modeling. So since this project is into sales, okay, so yesterday we discussed, right? We discussed yesterday, if any company which is using Salesforce, okay, if they want to use Salesforce for their sales process, they must and should use the objects called, right? If you go to the you can go to the setup in the object manager, you can see the objects. If any company which is into sales, they have to use campaign, lead, account, contact, opportunity, right, as a standard objects, right? And can I change the names? Can I use? Yes, of course you can change the standard object names. So from where you can change the standard object name means, see, you can change the only label. Okay, you can change only label, you cannot change the API name. So let's say I am interested to use a campaign, lead, and account, contact, opportunity, but I want to change the names. Okay, I want to change the name. So how to change? Just go to the tab. Okay, just type the tab, means nothing but rename tabs and labels is there. Just go to rename tabs and labels, means whatever standard objects are there, those standard objects you can use by just changing their names. Okay, you'll just change the name. However, the user will see on the navigation bar. So there only the name can change, but in the back end, it will be there with the original name. Okay, the API name. So system will read with only API name. The user will see with this name. System will read with this name. Okay. So now whatever the standard objects that we want to use in our app, and whatever the custom objects that we need to be used. Okay. So that we'll see in tomorrow's session. I'll stop here. Any questions? Because we need a proper 1 hour session for that. So we'll do tomorrow. We don't want to see in 5-10 minutes. Any questions?
No, sir. So should we go ahead and create the phone app also?
Phone app is not a different app. Okay. Phone
Yeah,
app
but
don't
should like just for
no,
practice purposes.
no. There is no phone app specifically here, right?
No, you said Salesforce A, right? Just so as we are
Salesforce, see, Salesforce you can access. For example, if you want to book a flight ticket,
right?
how many ways you can book a flight ticket? From your smartphone by using an app, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you want to book through bookmy.com. For example, you are booking a flight ticket from
Yeah.
website called bookmy.com. So you have a website as well as you have an app for that, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Salesforce user can access from app, from
Correct.
smartphone. For that, you are not creating any specific app for that. Whatever
No.
app you created here, let me finish. Whatever
Yeah,
app that
sorry.
you created from here, from
Yeah.
the setup, it can be accessed from the smartphone also. There is no specific.
So I just
There is
meant,
no.
should we just familiarize ourselves with the Salesforce
Don't
app
go
on the
with
iOS?
don't go with the app. Don't
On
go
the
with this. I'll not
okay.
suggest now. It's not
Okay.
required.
Okay. That was my question. Like, should we just
No.
also check when we create an object? Should we just later on when in our own free time can we also check? But that's okay. I got it.
Others, any questions? Any questions, others?
No, so I have to for the practice purpose. I can create any object or anything, the label or anything. Am I right?
Anything you can create from. You have to register. Have you registered your account?
Yeah.
Have you got your account from Developer Edition?
No.
Just create an account. First, you have to have this account, right? Then you can create your own app, create your own object. Whatever I did, just try to repeat same thing. Okay. I'll send you the recordings today from the day one. Okay.
Did you
Just
send
create
the?
your practice environment. Then you would start doing whatever you want. You can do it.
Did you send the recording the yesterday and the other day?
I have sent, I think so. Let me check, or else I'll send again. Just give me a half an hour time. I'll send everything.
I didn't see any.
I think so. I taken your email IDs yesterday, right? I'll send it.
Yeah,
I'll send now.
yeah.
No, I'll
Okay,
send now.
okay, because I didn't see any.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Any
Have
other
a good day,
questions?
sir.
Yeah. Okay, then see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Fine.